We are back. It's another episode of Inspirations with Carmina. I pray you're being safe out there. And I tell you this, we're getting ready for something amazing. We're checking in with the group from Nashville Life. They're back. They've got a brand new single and a brand new project that's on the way. We'll talk about it. It's Inspirations with Carmina. Of Inspirations with Carmina. I've got two amazing gentlemen that are joining me right now representing for Nashville Life Music. And gentlemen, if you will, go ahead and introduce yourselves. I'll start with you, Mr. Alvin.
Okay, I'm Alvin Love. I'm one of the members here of Nashville Life Music.
Yes.
Hey, everybody, I'm Dwan Hill. I'm also one of the members of Nashville Life Music.
Yes. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for checking in with us. I know everybody's at home because of our dear friend Corona out there. So we're trying to be safe. We're trying to be safe and make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Now, you guys are actively the worship team for your church. So kind of talk about the changes you've had to make because, of course, we can't physically meet. So kind of talk about it for you guys, whoever wants to start.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of affected our whole church, including our worship team. I'm actually at my parents' house right now. They're shooting footage for this Sunday. We've been doing virtual services for the past 3 weeks. This Sunday, Easter, will be our fourth Sunday doing service remotely online. It's been a big adjustment. We love seeing each other. We love meeting together. Obviously, we understand the importance of distancing ourselves, but it's been a tough adjustment only because we just love seeing each other so much. But we've been making do, thankful to technology. The worship team did a Zoom worship service. They led worship via Zoom last week, and it turned out great. So we're finding great creative ways to make do, but it's still just not the same as when we're together. Nothing's like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, people were talking about how the grocery stores are still open and some of the supply stores are still open, but there's no emotional connection there. Church has that emotional connection. So it's like you're missing your family. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Now, Mr. Hill, I want you to talk for a moment. Nashville Life Music, how you guys came together is really kind of organic. I read a little bit about the story. So I want you to share it with our viewers. Talk about how you guys came together and really got to the level where you started doing the music.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we are, first of all, a worship team at our church, Nashville Life Church. We started leading worship at our services. It started with me on piano by myself, so I'm thankful to have help now. Full team of people. And we still lead worship even during this time, like Alvin said, every Sunday, every chance we get. It started in the house of Alvin's parents, senior pastors, Alvin and Cece, and always had the heart to bring people to Jesus and to develop them into disciples of Christ and to leadership in the kingdom. And so I think Nashville Life Music is just an extension of that heart and vision. Now, Nashville Life Music is thankfully, and to God be the glory, touching a lot of people's lives with the gospel and hopefully discipling them into holy and fun lives. Yes. I think you can do both, actually, holy and fun. So yeah, we're heavily rooted in our church. Everybody on the team is a member of the church. Most of them are life group leaders, small group leaders. Some of them are musicians that sing on their own time and careers. And then others we have an ice skating teacher who sings. We have a nurse who sings.
A scientist.
Scientists, youth workers. I mean, these people are so committed to the church first. And I'm just so glad that they have a platform now to share their ministries through Nashville Life Music. So God has done something great. Really, really great.
I love it. I love it. And of course, our first introduction was the song, My God, which, okay, let me just go and put myself out there. Y'all, that was my jam. Is my jam. Let me make sure I make that clear. Is my jam.
Still is.
But both of you are award-winning producers. And so when I heard the song, I immediately thought, okay, it's a fun song. It's a warm song, but it was an easy song. And not to downplay the songwriting, but it was just one that you could just second verse, you were like, I'm in, I got it, So was that the goal, to make something easy that praise teams and other churches could just gravitate to? Was that the goal?
Yeah, that's always the goal. We were talking earlier, Dewan and I, about just the art of writing corporate worship music and how it is important for it to be simple, so that by the time the verse 2 comes, you can sing along. That's the objective. And My God is definitely a perfect example of that. Dewan wrote My God, and it's one of those songs that after you hear it once, you can just sing it. And that's the goal for corporate worship. Our goal is to not just have spectators, but we want people to participate. Right. And My God is a perfect song to do that with.
Exactly. So, Dewan, when you wrote that song, did you immediately in your mind know that the talk box was going to have to be a part of it?
No, actually, with all respect to Byron, who's amazing, he was a last-minute addition.
Oh, okay.
We sung that song for a while in our church without Byron.
Okay.
And when we did the live recording, the Shine On Us album, I don't really remember what made us think to add somebody to it, because it was already a fun song. I think maybe it was the Holy Ghost. That's probably what it was. And Byron is a member of our church. That's why I say that. He was in our church every time we sang that song. And just by the time we put it on a live recording, we were like, Byron, you should bring your top box, man, and just see what happens. And what you hear is what he played. There was no overdub. There was no change. That's what he played live. And it still blows my mind that even the Praise the Lord, everybody, that was him coming up with that on the spot. So
okay, but really let's be clear. Not most people have a talk box that they can just bring out to the recording. So that's unique true. Right there.
That is.
But let's fast forward, because now we have a brand new single, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I got a new favorite now. Sing a song. I love it. So talk about that song. I know you've got an amazing feature. An amazing young man is joining you on that song. Kind of talk about it for us.
Yeah, Sing a Song is a ton of fun for us to do. We wrote that one. Dewan sent a piano track, and just to see what I thought about it, and I immediately was inspired to write to it. And we tried out at church, and the first time we sang it, like about time before we got to the first chorus, people were on their feet, they were dancing. It was very clear that we had something special that our church enjoyed. And that's the cool thing about being a worship team. We get to try, really we write primarily for our church. Mm-hmm. And everything that we do outside of that is kind of a spillover and overflow. So Sing a Song was a song that was done in our church. And when it was time to record this new album, we knew we wanted to do Sing a Song. So we wanted to kind of step it up. And that's when we thought to bring Aaron Cole, who had attended our church and was friends of our church. And Aaron Cole said yes. And when he put his bars on it, it took it to the next level. And it's one of my favorite ones to listen to.
Wow. And we got to talk about Brother Aaron Cole for a moment, because an amazing artist in his own right, just recently won a Dove Award and got some amazing things going on as well. So we got to send love out to him. So there is a video, and it looks like y'all were paying a little respect to Nashville in this video. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. For sure. Nashville's a great town. It's one of those towns where it's got a lot of new things happening, but still old things around, which I hope stick around for a long time. And West End Middle School is one of those old schools that has not been touched. And we did a photo shoot there first, and we liked it so much. Alvin had the idea of going back and doing a full music video there. And it was perfect, because the record that we're about to put out is a throwback record in terms of its style and music. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're younger people. It's so funny. I'm on the edge now of, I don't know which group I'm in. I'm like, young people say I'm old people say I'm young. That's kind of what I feel like right now. But this record is leaning toward homage to people who are older than us, or music that was made before we were around in the 70s. And so that's what Sing a Song, the music video, is a great visual aspect. Now, what I did not know was that we were going to need toilet paper so much. And so I apologize for all the toilet paper that was thrown around in that video, because we could have been using it right now.
I didn't even think about that. That was definitely that idea would not have happened if we were in Corona.
Yeah,
Well,
pre-corona.
you gotta put a disclaimer at the bottom and say that it's pre-corona.
Right.
Yeah.
Pre-corona. What a waste. What a waste.
Well, we're talking about the new single, and definitely we want everybody to support the new single, but we also got to get ready for the new project. We can expect it in May. Is that correct? Corona didn't mess with that, right?
Well, let's hope not.
Okay.
We're definitely, right now we're saying summer.
Okay.
Because Corona, it is changing a few things. So there's a chance that it will be later than May, but for sure summertime. So that's kind of what we're saying. We're saying summer 2020. Expect Here for Jesus, which is the title of the album.
Okay.
Here for Jesus will be released.
Okay. So summer. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell everybody how to make sure they're connected to you guys on social media. So then that way they know for sure when they can start pre-ordering. We don't even want to wait to the release. We want to pre-order.
Right.
So tell them that. How can they connect with you guys online and just keep up with you?
Yeah, we're everywhere you can find music. NashvilleLifeMusic.com is the website hub of all the information. We're on Instagram and Facebook at Nashville Life Music. YouTube has a lot of great videos. All our last EP, the Taylor House Sessions, has accompanying videos that go along with those songs, including a new version of My God. So check that out. You'll probably like that.
Okay.
The Shine on Us live records up there. The new music video for Sing a Song. We'll probably start putting out these Zoom videos for our worship team pretty soon. So there'll be a lot of stuff to look at before the release to make sure people don't forget about us before then.
That's wisdom. Good wisdom there. Good wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, so hard question for the both of you. This is my final question, but you have to answer, gentlemen. And Alvin, I'll start with you. What is your most favorite song on the new project that's about to be released? And you can only choose one.
Well, I will choose only because I just listened to it and it's fresh in my mind, and that is Shepherd. Shepherd is the latest single that we put out in addition to Sing a Song. It's featuring my favorite worship leader, Leland, and Dewan wrote just a beautiful song that's just really comforting. And it's one of the few slower songs we have. It's a pretty up-tempo record, but about time you hear Shepherd, it's just really refreshing. And I just listened to it, so I'm going to pick that.
Okay, Shepherd, that's one vote. All right, Mr. Dewan, you, sir?
The first song that came to my mind was a song called In a Little While. Okay. The first time Alvin sent me that song, I really liked it. And the recording, I think, just turned out really, really legit. The mix is so great. It's got strings. It's just a great song. It's about, the message is also really, really great. It's about Jesus coming back in a little while. And we just don't sing about that as much as we should. And it does not sound like what you probably imagine that it sounds like. And I like it. It's if you think about the 70s and Bee Gees and kind of soft rock of that era, that's what this is. And it's really, really, really great. So I would pick In a Little While. Okay.
And wait, I'm sorry. I do have to ask another question. Will we be hearing the voice of Miss CeCe Winans on this new release? You know I got to ask that. Come on.
No, not directly, but not to say that it's the same, but we are very excited to introduce another powerhouse singer that I think will do just as well as CeCe, and that is Shonda Jefferson. She's a member of our church. She's leading a song called I've Got a Reason. And when I say she sounds like a little Yolanda Adams, I mean it. Like it's amazing. So there won't be a CeCe on this particular album. Obviously, she's all over the church. So whenever you come to church, she's singing every week. But on the album, Shonda Jefferson, a quick plug for her. Get ready to hear her. She's going to be incredible.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much. I know you were probably super busy going from the living room to the den to the bedroom, but you took this time.
I like you.
You took this time to check in with us, and I appreciate it. And of course, we're going to continue to support the brand new single, Sing a Song. Y'all make sure you connect with them on social media so you can support the new project. It's coming this summer, 2020, Nashville Life Music. Brothers, thank you so much. We'll continue to be praying for you guys. Be safe over there in Nashville. We got to get into it. Indeed. Y'all, let's get into it. It's the song Sing a Song. It's Inspirations with Carmina.